Hello there, and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa Show with myself, Laurie Laursen. So, this is podcast 147. How are you guys, people? How are you doing today? Well, I got to tell you a funny story. This is the third time I'm actually recording this. So, the first time I recorded it with the Zoom, and the camera on my computer wasn't working. So, every once in a while, that just means you got to turn the whole computer off, allow everything to do what it needs to do, and then come back, and then the camera works again. So I actually avoided doing that, and I just recorded the show thinking, well, it's just going to do the audio. Well, after it was all said and done, there was no audio. And I thought, well, that's really weird. Okay. So I restarted my computer, started it up again, and then went into recording it for the second time. So this time I could see my beautiful face on this Zoom video, and um, I got it all recorded, was very happy with it, and I go to upload it, and again, there's no audio. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. What's going on here? So I thought, well, the only thing I can think of is my turkey little grandson was playing with my headset on Sunday. So I look at all the different connections, and lo and behold, it is on mute. So, so apparently Parker wanted to be a part of the energy of this show today. And the funny thing, you guys are just going to laugh. Okay, well, maybe you're not going to laugh, but I sure laughed at the irony of what I ended up talking about 2 times already, and I'm going to talk about a third time because apparently the universe has a great sense of humor, and it's like, Laurie, we really want you to get this. And so, oh my gosh, it's just too funny. So, anyways, so yesterday I had like a full on day. I had appointments and I had shopping and uh, looking after another home, and so I had this big list of things I wanted to do yesterday, and one of them was a massage. So normally when I do a massage, I usually prefer a therapeutic, and I like to go for different massages. I like to go for different haircuts. I find that that's just sort of fun for me, but I like to also follow the energy of it. And this place where I went yesterday is actually called the Alberta College of Massage Therapists. So they're actually students. And right now there's a Groupon. So it's a hell of a deal. 3 massages for like $90, okay? And I'm also aware that they're students. And I remember when I was a student, I loved it if someone was really good with me and patient with me as I bumble my way through whatever I was learning. Well, I like to be that space for someone who's learning too. So I go onto the website and go to pick, so this was last week. So I was going to pick whoever was going to be the person my body wanted. So I the first year students do relaxation massages, the second year students do therapeutic. And I'm not going to lie, I usually prefer therapeutic. I feel like I've had something done, it just, yeah, just that. So, anyways, apparently the universe was being quite cheeky and had a different idea in mind for me based on obviously things that I'm asking for. So, when something doesn't work out for you the way you think it should, maybe ask if this is a, a situation to give you information to get you where you actually desire to go. So, anyways, I look on the website and I picked the name that popped, and the name that popped was Amber. So, book my appointment. So I show up there yesterday, and the girl, lady, whatever, she comes around the corner and she's got one of those walking sticks, like one of those canes for the visually impaired. And I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. So not only is she a student, but she's also someone who's visually impaired. I've had a lot of massages and body work, but I've never with someone who's visually impaired. And so off we go to the room. I do my thing, take my clothes off, jump onto the table. We do a little, what do I want to get out of this session kind of thing. And I lay down. And as we're talking, I realize she's a first year student. And I'm like, oh, interesting. So my body picked a relaxation massage. Interesting. And because my head was kind of like, hey, I'd kind of like to have a therapeutic massage. And like I said, what did the universe and my body know? That I was actually asking for even more. So, as this beautiful woman was touching my body, she was so present. She was so present with my body. I could so perceive it. It was so beautiful. So, it created me having a lot more presence with me and with my body. Now, um, I've talked in the past about my energetic priorities or the priorities and the things that I'm asking for. So currently, the things that I'm asking for in my life are vibrancy. So for me, 2019 is I would like it majestically delicious, okay? And I desire vibrancy, wealthy, playful, congruence, and trust. And so with that, when I'm asking for greater things in my life, the universe, my body, my teammates, the elementals, whatever, are all going to redirect me or direct me to things that are actually going to create that. And they're going to be things that are sometimes out of my comfort zone. This was out of my comfort zone, like not in a huge way, right? I'm having a massage in a nice, safe building. So, but it wasn't what I was expecting or thinking that I should be having. Anyway, so I love to ask questions. And when I remember, because I still forget, when I do remember, it's like, what's right about this? And as she was doing the massage, I was kind of like, well, I guess we're just going to, it'll be interesting to see what my body feels like afterwards. And when I think of like Dr. Joe Dispenza in something that I've heard him say, is that, we can create our lives through, pain and suffering and hardship, so we can get these hard situations that really make us desire to choose something greater. Okay. Or you can actually have ease with it. So, say you're in some kind of relationship. It could be a friendship, could be a family member, could be a couple. Okay. A partnership. And you kind of get little whispers. This kind of isn't working. This kind of isn't working. This kind of isn't working. You ignore it, you ignore it, you ignore it. All of a sudden, one day, boom, something really big happens. It creates really a lot of, heartache on both parties. And then you go your separate ways or you've got to rebuild or whatever. And you ask and create something greater based on having something really explosive or challenging or intense happen. And what if it can happen with actual ease? What if you can actually just ask for vibrancy, like me, without actually having to, get yourself devastatingly sick? Okay. I kind of learned the hard way. And, whatever that created in my world too. But so, anyways, back to the presence thing. So, this woman was so beautiful with my body and so sweet and so kind. And I was like, I wonder how much my body is asking for more of this. And I wonder, with me desiring to create a life of vibrancy within my body and all areas, wealthy within my body and all areas, playful within my body in all areas, congruent within my body in all areas, trust within my body in all areas. How much did I require to have a massage and someone touch my body that was so present to invite me to an energy that I don't often choose with myself? But in order to create what I want, it needs to be something that I choose more often and on a regular basis. So, like I just, yeah. And I think it's really funny too, like funny, not funny, but funny, that I needed to record this show 3 times to actually get an audio. And it's almost like my body, you know, um, was like, we're gonna get her to record this 3 times. So Parker, could you like hit the mute button? She's not gonna look and notice the mute button. She's gonna assume everything's just fine and carry on her way. And we're gonna get her to record a podcast on presents. And then we're gonna get her to record another one. Then we're gonna get her to record another one. And hopefully she'll get it. That creating more presence in my life and with me and with my body is such a contribution. Now, what's really interesting is after the massage, so one of the things I was doing also yesterday was picking up, well, ordering and or picking up. It ended up being that I picked up a crib for my daughter and her husband and their new baby that's coming very, very soon, within like less than 3 months, maybe 2.5, maybe 2, who knows? um, Anyways, well, not quite 2, more like 2.5, but could be 2. Ooh, yes, it actually could be already. So anyways, when I went to go pay for it, my daughter had actually given me her credit card. And when I went to go pay for it, I had lost her credit card. I do not know what I did with it. Now, the thing about being present with myself and having had a beautiful, wonderful massage, and with what I'm choosing and asking for in my life, I got to see that I went into crazy. The wrongness that I went into myself, the upset that I went into, the disappointment, oh my gosh, I felt so silly. It was a credit card, people. You phone and you get another one. You phone them and you tell them that you've lost it, and they send you another one. They're happy to. They're like, they that will be happy to to assist you. And I went to this place, but what I noticed is that having chosen so much presence with it, I got to see that crazy. Like, instead of just going through the crazy, judging myself, telling my daughter I lost her credit card, and then ignoring it. Okay, just get over it, Laurie, and then ignoring it and carrying on. One thing I realized was that crazy that I went into was information. That was information and how I was actually that has been simmering in my body and in my world, that does not serve a life of vibrancy, wealth, playful congruence, trust. Okay, it does not suit a majestically delicious 2019. And when I think of what Dr. Joe says, the quantum field responds not to what we want, it responds to who we're being. If that was being in my world, there's going to be a space where I'm going to keep creating that crazy without even knowing it. So what was great was I was able to stop myself, and kind of slow myself down and go and be present with this and go, Laurie, this is information. This is information. This crazy, this that I'm doing right now is information. What do I need to do to create greater for myself right now? So for one person, it could be just sitting there and being present with it and breathing. For me, what I chose was I was sitting in my car in a store parking lot, and I started tapping, doing the EFT tapping. And it was like, even though I'm going crazy right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I was tapping through the different points on my face and on my chest and stuff like that. And allowing myself to calm down. And I did get myself down from like a 10 plus down to like a 3. And I know that there's still a little bit more there. Like, I'm aware that this actually goes a little deeper than just a one-time credit card thing. Sometimes it can be cleared as quickly as, like within 10, 15 minutes. And other times there's just a little more awarenesses that need to come up with it to create the awareness in your world to either know what to tap on or just to go, oh, that's what that was. Okay, we've changed. I know what it is now. I'm not going to choose that anymore. And then allow ourselves to change it. So I am so incredibly grateful for that beautiful massage that was not what I was expecting. And then I was grateful for losing my daughter's credit card. She was amazing. It was her birthday yesterday, and she just laughed at me. She was so happy that I was able to pick up the crib because we actually thought we were just going to be ordering it and she'd have to wait 8 weeks for it. Well, here I ended up getting the crib, losing her credit card. So she said, "Well, that's not a big deal, Mom. It's okay." And where whatever happened to it, there was no charges on it, and it is being replaced already. And how does it get any better? So so yeah, you guys, in the event that you have these things that are a little out of your comfort zone, not what you're expecting, I wonder what the universe is helping you with so that you can create greater in your life. And when there's intensity and emotion and whatever in your life, please don't judge yourself. Be as present as you can with it. And just if you can remind yourself that it's just information, find out what the information is. Be present with yourself and then gift yourself whatever it is you require. So, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. And if you ever have any ideas or suggestions for podcasts, or you would like to work with me with sessions, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at thewealthylala@gmail.com. Big hugs, you guys. Have an amazing day.